Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Polygon's price chart. And in the previous video I believe we were right in here, and the idea was this is quite a strong move down, so maybe it's just best to set this one out, because odds are we are going to continue this move, and in it we may take all these lows, which the lowest low in here is about, let's say, 22.6 cents. Now pay attention to this candlestick right in here. Why is this important? Because when you go on some other charts, you are actually seeing that by a very small margin in this candle we have taken all the lows, but in this specific example on Coinbase's chart we haven't. So what is it that I'm trying to say? Sure, in Polygon you can argue that we have taken the lows if you want to go according to some other charts. However, from my point of view, I do not believe that is enough. And let's just zoom out more. Okay, how many lows do we have in here and how close are these together? Let's just count them real quick. Maybe, yeah, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lows have been made in here, and I think you can absolutely consider this area now as a relatively decent short-term support. But there is a problem in here. You see, let's go around here. Okay, if you want to go according to the books 100%, they tell you the more that we touch a support or a resistance, that region generally becomes more valid. However, in my opinion, the story is quite the opposite. Sure, those touches will add some validity to the region, but I think they will add validity when we get a break of that area. Okay, that is kind of the key. And in my opinion, whenever you are seeing a support or a resistance area getting touched more than 2-3 times, that is kind of going to be a red flag for you, because odds are at one point, probably soon, you are going to see a move in order to go under the support, do a pullback, and then a continuation of the move up. And in Polygon, well, okay, earlier we said you can absolutely consider this area as a support, and we have been touching this, we just counted earlier, about 6, 7, 8 times. So I'm gonna say this is now quite a weak region. Having said that, it doesn't mean that from the current point right away we are going to get a move down. No, for example, we can say that maybe this is from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into a correction for wave B, and this move can continue a little bit more, and even we may go all the way up here. But then after it, if we see in here the right structures, we are going to be a bit pessimistic and say in Polygon we are most likely going to have another move down, and then at that point we may get a break of this important support. The points that I'm trying to make is this: right now in Polygon, I think we should just be a bit careful. And again, I'm gonna say what I said in the previous video. We should, I believe, just sit this one out. Now, if we do go lower and we clear all the lows, does that mean at that point we should be like 100% bearish? No, absolutely not. It just means our move down might continue a little bit more. Overall, do not get me wrong, I am absolutely bullish in Polygon, and a lot, and I really mean it, a lot has to happen in here in order for me to flip bearish. For now, overall, I'm optimistic, but in the short term, please be open to some more downward price action. And finally, let's check out some indicators and see what are we doing. Maybe it's best to start from weekly time frame. Okay, as you can see, this is a great signal. In MACD, we are having a buy. And why is this important? Because this signal happened on weekly time frame. For example, let's check out the previous time that we got a buy. It was right at this candlestick, about 38.5 cents. And sure, we did get about, let's say, like a 20% move down, but after it, we got a huge bounce. And even from this point, yes, we had about a 100% move on the upside. What about the previous time? It was right at this candlestick, about 61.5 cents, and that caused, yes, another 100% move up. What about the previous time? It was, yes, I believe, let's just hide everything. Okay, right at this candlestick, about 88.5 cents, and from this point to about this high, this is about a 70-80% move on the upside. So as you can see, buy signals in MACD in weekly time frame in Polygon do have a habit of working very well. That's why I'm gonna say this is in my opinion, a good sign. And again, this doesn't mean from the current point we are going to get effective immediately a very strong bounce. No, it just means in the next couple of weeks, potentially I would say couple of months, you can expect some more upward price action. And by the way, let's check out also stock RSI. I forgot to put it in here. Where is it? Okay. Now, we are having a sell signal in here. However, this is not confirmed yet. When will it get confirmed? When we get a candle close in weekly time frame, and at that point, if you see still this sell signal, okay, I guess it can be a bearish sign indicating in the next week or two, we may see another small move down. But overall, do not get me wrong, because we are having this buy signal in MACD, I think makes sense to be very much optimistic. And in daily time frame, okay, we are having kind of a buy signal in a stock RSI, and even if you don't want to consider this buy, okay, we are around the oversold region. So this means maybe in the short term we are going to have a bounce. However, because in MACD we recently got a sell signal, I think makes sense for now to be just a bit more patient and count on yet another move down, which again, overall, I promise you, it's not going to be the end of the world, a very, very bearish sign. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Polygon. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.